What's up, guys? That's my wife. Caught you. I don't really have a no living room policy while I'm streaming. If you walk in, you walk in, and then you're immortalized on the internet forever. Today's t-shirt was brought to you by Halloween and China Bay Smith. And today's coffee mug was brought to you by the last blockbuster on Earth. I didn't go there because it's in one of those flyover states, and well, I tend to fly over those. I mean, you give a human being the ability to fly, why would you stop in the Midwest? All right, so today we are going to play Tetris. Tetris is one of my favorite games of all time. It was also my dad's favorite video game of all time, and also I think his only video game of all time. But yeah, I mean, as he got older, and I'd go over there and I'd be like, "Hey, man, how are you doing? What's going on?" And he'd be like, "Oh man, the Nintendo's not working, and I got to play Tetris." So one of the first fixes I ever did to any console or building any kind of video game, anything, was tearing apart the Nintendo and replacing the I don't know what it's called, but it's the part with all the little copper things that accepts the cartridge, and I'm doing that. And then the man got Tetris again. I'd like to say that while this is a Russian video game, I do not support Russia or Putin or whatever they're doing over there. The place is crazy. Saw a video where someone was protesting the war and they got arrested, and some bootlicker came and protested the protesters protesting the war. They're like, "Yeah, I love Putin. Screw you." And they got arrested too. It's like, what? There's no rule book. All right, so I'm gonna get these coins in here. All right, we'll start on easy today. Bring it down to easy street. Your R's are backwards. Arr. Look like a backwards pirate. Oh, okay, so your goal is to fill lines. So, usually when I start out, I try to figure out how to lay a base. That once I get the Johnny Red Stick, or the Long Boy, there's names for all these pieces. I'm not 100% sure what they are. You probably look it up on the internet, the World Wide Web of information. You probably just go www. Please help me figure out the names of the TetrisWieners.com and look that in. I'm just wasting red boys left and right here. Uh-oh, where do you go? Where are you? Uh-oh. Alright, see, now I gotta take a hit. I ran out of viable options to complete my base. Got another red boy coming in. Oh no, I got a Tetra! I did it! You in there, you in there, and you go in there. Where's that one line? Oh, good. Alright. In a world where blocks are falling from the sky in different shapes, one mannequin has to figure out how to stick the shapes together in order to make them disappear so they don't bury the earth. Coming this summer, Tetris Double Fist. Uh-oh, where do you go? You go there. And my favorite place for you to go, though, I'm gonna be honest. This will affect our relationship. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Alright. I've always liked puzzle games. I think it has a lot to do with when I was a kid. So like when I was in elementary school, I was a real problem. If you ever seen the movie Problem Child, my parents would joke, haha, that's you. Except they wouldn't, haha, because it literally was me, and they were just over it. But they gave me, some dude came in to, like, test my psyche and my intelligence and all that stuff. And they gave me an intelligence test, and a large chunk of it was a series of puzzles that I just mastered. And let's see. Afterwards, they were like, "Oh, you're gifted. You have a genius level IQ." And no, I don't ever tell kids that, because I'm just like, all right, I'm good. I don't have to do anything else now. And what I've learned in the long run is that, like, I can do some things more than proficiently. Yeah, there he is. But it's not things that, like, matter in real life, you know? And now that the internet exists, I've learned that there's a ton of people who are like, yeah, I was told I was a genius, and I have a very impressive skill set of things that don't really relate to the real world or make money, you know? Whereas people who are complete idiots but pretend to be geniuses, like Elon Musk, seem to be doing fine, because what really matters in this life, if you really want to make it, is being born into money. Elon Musk is rich and gets to go around saying he's a genius because his parents had jewel mines run by slaves, and they gave him lots of money and lots of pats on the head and told him why he was such a smart boy. But for the rest of us, I mean, let's look at the guy who actually invented the Tesla. He was a genius. That's a smart guy right there. Not smart enough to not have his company taken over by Elon Musk, to get pushed out by Elon Musk, and then to be blackballed from the industry for like a decade. Doesn't matter how smart you are, any idiot with enough money can just wreck you. So, keep your hopes up to the future. It's looking good. Damn. Oh, yeah, I did it. Oh, I got bonus for low puzzle. Yeah, over that in there. Just pound it down into that one. And when you find one of these machines in the arcade, it's never the same cabinet. Sometimes it's one that looks like this one, a midway style. Sometimes it's this weird little, like, wooden thingies. I don't know how to explain it. These little wood cabinets that look like they would have hosted, like, a radio back in the day or something like that. Get you in there. And a little bit of that. And go. Come on. Hey, Big Red, how you doing? Let's go! I am him. There we go. Now we're on to the obstacles level. Nope. Okay, you can live down there. We just have to start clearing off this mess from the top down. That. Let's keep you there. And then you there. It's always important in this game, and I always forget. Pay attention to the top left, that's how you know what's coming next. Over that. Let's throw you there. Throw you there. And that goes there. We're either setting ourselves up for something great, or... Oh, there we go. That's nice. A nice daddy. Dilf, 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 dilf. Dad I'd like to be friends with. Mm-hmm. Lines left. A little bit of that. Put that guy down there. There. Nope. Nope. Alright, this is going bad, you guys. Things do not look good for a hero. Alright, one line. We can do this. I mean, just do one line. Oh! Death to me. We're not continuing. Let's keep going, and this is an Arkanoid. You can do this. Alright, so I am a RS. That's after a certain point, a lot of video games stop letting you just put ass in there. So I went British with it, and arse gets past all the 1990s content filters on video games. All right, so let's try again, and this time go to medium. Let's start there. When I was looking at the Twitch settings for like warnings you need to put in for people, excess vulgarity, nudity, all that stuff. One of them was excess tobacco use. Isn't all tobacco use excessive? Like, it's bad news bears, man. Any of it. And I know I look super cool when I'm doing it, but the trick is I look super cool when I'm doing pretty much anything. It's a lot easier to look cool than being cool. There we go. Let's get it right in there. Oh, so satisfying. Alright, yeah, we'll start you off over there. Okay. A little bit of that. Huh. I did not set my phone to airplane mode, and now people are calling me. Probably one of my kids' school. I have two teenagers, one's in middle school. We'll get it later. Oh, look what I just did to myself. And I pretty much ignore them. Though, they call excessively with recorded messages. But even if it's like they're calling to snitch on my kid for doing something or not doing the dress code, I do not give a shit if my kids are adhering to the dress code. I know, honestly, if my kids were like cute little bootlickers who were like, I gotta do the dress code so I don't get in trouble, I'd be super disappointed. By the time you're a teenager, you're pretty much in a grown-up body, you have a grown-up mind. And you can do whatever you want with that. This is America. You know, kids only have like one teacher that really cares about the dress code. And when I went to parent-teacher night, I was like, I do not like this person. Like, this is the class that I would have been smoking weed in the back of the class. Or taking LSD before I go in, because kind of the only state you want to be in when dealing with Karens, man. They are not fun. Boom! Goes the dynamite. Nope. No. That's the new pitfall, trying to do stuff with your phone. Letting the game. go ahead and then and not to talk shit on my school teachers, my kids' school teachers, like some of them are really rad. You know, I went to school open house, parent-teacher conference, all that stuff, and here in California, we got some teachers who just absolutely love teaching, and they get really excited. You know, my kid's history teacher was just like so pumped on the topic, and that was one of my favorite topics in school. Even my brief foray into college, like I got good grades pretty much across the board, but I really slam dunked it in my World Civ class. I was that guy who was like, yeah, I'm gonna need another blue book. That was a mistake. I'm gonna do something here. No, I'm done. Depressing, but not suppressing. Because suppressors are illegal. Let's see how I did on that one. All right. Bring yourselves into the namaste. Balance our energy. We'll build ourselves as we build the blocks in Tetris. How many hits of the vape does it take to become excessive tobacco use? And what if I just said it was meth? It's not meth. I don't think you can vape meth. Yet. The future is going to be an amazing place. All right, let's go hard. I just judged the gap on that one. In the UK, they had a saying, it was mind the gap. And that's a reference to the dental care in Britain being so terrible for so long that everyone's teeth had just humongous gaps. So it's kind of like, oh, sorry, don't mind the gap. You know, this is just what my mouth looks like, and you should accept that. And I respect that too, man. The UK is a crazy place. It's a small little island. And what's the saying about Britain for the beauty of their women and the flavor of their food? British men sailed across and conquered the world, or something like that. But kind of like that. That's why aristocrats have weak jaws, type of thing. This is what happened when white people inbreed. British teeth. You know? It also always blew my mind that, like, when you breed a dog within its own family, you call it purebred. But when someone has a kid with their sister in Alabama, it's called inbred. Feels like the same. Just want a long boy. Give me a long boy. Okay, I'll take this. I did do it, but not the way I wanted to. Getting these walls built. Okay. Yeah, so now they're adding these little jerks in. Little tiny dancers. What else is going on? Oh, okay, so there's this guy. I'm kind of in love with this dude. There's this dude, John Fetterman. He's a senator. And he's just like, he's one of us, man. He's just like a normal, hardworking dude who got elected by the people, not because lobbyists were throwing money at him or anything like that. He's just a solid dude. And I'm not sure the details of this, but it looks like the Senate's dress code has changed because this dude wanted to wear hoodies. And, man, it's right up the alley of what I was talking about before. Tell people how to dress, what they have to wear on their body, you know? Like, our government has so many problems and it's so terribly corrupt. Like, but of course you have to dress up in a suit to make yourself look like you're not a monster. Hoodies all day in the Senate. Hoodies all day everywhere. Weather permitting. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's get my concentration on. Let's gotta get one more line. A bonus for low puzzle. Complete 18 lines, go to the next round. Okay. Okay. Oh man, I'm wondering what I was doing. Thank God, it turns out there was a method to the madness. Method Man's been, I don't know if he ever stopped, but he's been making music again. I see him popping up, like, doing projects with a bunch of different rappers. There's one rapper, Prof, who's seems like kind of a douche, but music's pretty tight. And he has some stuff. He has a track with Method Man and a track with Redman on the new one, which tells me that Prof's target audience is old dudes who miss things the way they used to be. Back when Wu-Tang Clan was the biggest act in the world. This is not working out well for me, you guys. I'm gonna die. I'm not making a line out of this. Yeah. A moment of sadness. Like I said, I'm not continuing through just to do it. Verse. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not really breaking the top 6 right now. I'm also not sure. Say their name is Dad in there. I don't think it was me. My father's never actually been to this house. So, someone's dad's been in here. We'll figure out who it is. Hope it was a hot dad. I mean, all dads are great. You know? Alright, let's dance. Because it's up, and it's up, and it's up, and it's up. Alright. I will sacrifice that one line. Consider it a sacrifice because I'm trying to kill in bulk. I want to get him all the way up there and be able to just slide a red boy down. Today on Sliding Down the Red Boy. It might sound dirty, but it ain't. Boo! Red rocket. I didn't want that. That's okay, we go fix. Little rock blocker. Okay, so this and definitely notice, like, when you commit yourself to playing a game for an hour, some of them are a little more brutal to play than others. Throw her there. We'll throw her there. I think we'll get her one right there. Now, as we go on playing this week by week, you know, try to give myself more goals. Start clearing the bad boy with only Tetrises. There. There. There's a pretty princess. You are. Yep. Not what I wanted. Don't like it. Doesn't keep it turgid. You gotta keep it turgid and swole. Cause if you wanna be tugging, you gotta poo-poo from your butthole. I miss Wu-Tang. Like, I know they still release music and they've made things, but it's just not what it was. Ghostface released a dope album. Not sure when. It's a black and white photo, him wrapped in the American flag. It's got this great Danny Brown track on it, which Danny Brown, problematic, absolutely disgustingly talented rapper, man. He reminds me of there's this band called Cradle of Filth. They might still exist. I don't know. But in a scene where all these metal bands were like had one growl tone, and that was it, Danny Filth had like a 3-octave growl range or something like that, which was kind of unheard of at the time. Danny Brown's a lot like that, where I've had to check the tracks to just be like, is this the same dude rapping, or does he have a guest star on? Okay. We are headed down a lonely road right now. There's stats over here on the corner. I don't think those are my stats. I think those are block stats. Alright, I think we'll keep going on hard. I think that excessive nicotine use was on there, but excessive caffeine use was not. Think all my future lung problems aren't as bad as my future heart problems. Cool. Coffee Lobby got to him on that one. I wonder if I get to the end of this game, beat the entire thing, if that's even possible. Old video games, you never know. Sometimes there's an end to the game, sometimes you just keep going until you run out of levels and there's a kill screen. Donkey Kong is one of those. If you ever have the chance, watch The King of Kong. It's about this dude who just, bought an old Donkey Kong cabinet, fixed it up, started obsessing over getting the highest scores, and there's this forum, I forget what it's called, where you post your high scores, and it's pretty legit. You have to be playing on authentic old hardware and all of that. And there was this one guy who was like the king of the scene. His name was Billy, and he's that grown-up man who with long hair and a goatee who looks like he hangs out where kids hang out, and you would not want to see him having a conversation with your teenage daughter. This dude just creep vibes everywhere. But he was the king of high scores, and the guy in King Kong beat his score, which good for him, man. So this guy went nuts, man, and he's got everyone at this forum for old school arcade high scores on his side because they all worship him. He's got yes men and bootlickers everywhere. He does anything important, and he gets this guy's score disqualified until he's able to recreate it in a live setting, and he does. So every once in a while, I'll look him up. I forget what his name is. Billy something. Look up King of Kong and watch it. It's just awesome. So years later, it turns out that Billy was in fact a cheater. He got caught posting some stuff on emulated hardware, which is what I'm using, which is not allowed in that competition because it's easy to hack. There's a whole cheats menu and RetroArch, all these things that you can use to just kind of make it do whatever you want. It's kind of outside the purvey of fairness. One more. Don't dance at me, little man. And then he got caught. It was just, I don't know. The guy sucks. I'm sure he's a significantly better retro video game player than I am. But that's kind of not really where my skill set lies. I have shaky hands, 2 broken wrists, one with a pin, one with just a bunch of dead bones in it. Kept crashing motorcycles and getting into fights back when I was awesome. All right. We're going to keep going on hard, though, because that's more entertaining to me. Another recommendation, I can't remember what it's called. Documentary, I think it was called Indie Games or Indie Gamers or something like that. But it basically follows these 2 video game programs who are trying to make a retro platformer called Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy is like if you took Mario, ripped his skin off, and made the stickiness of his flesh a power, and then speed it up. Full crystal meth up the wazoo. And you have to platform through all these levels of razor blades and other things that tear your body apart, and it is so much fun. I'd still be playing it, and the reason I'm not is kind of a stupid one. As far as modern consoles go, I'm PlayStation all the way, and then Nintendo as well. There hasn't been a new Nintendo console that came out that I didn't think was really interesting. We have 3 Switches in the house, because during COVID, that's kind of what happened. We would play Animal Crossing with my kids and my neighbor Sam, and Sam was the greatest. She would get all this loot and berries and leaves or whatever the currency is in there, and then just pass it off to my kids in game. And they were 6 and 7 at the time, I think, 8 or 9. I don't know. They were young enough to still be cute, and that was a blast. But for a short time, I was an Xbox person because the Xbox 360 was one of the first pieces of hardware that I found out that you could stream video content from a server in your house directly to. And, I was working on making films. I also had a huge library of like TV shows and all these things that I had ripped off the DVDs that I had bought. And I wanted to just be able to sit there and click and watch them. So there's this thing called Stream 360. I guess it's kind of like what Plex is now. That allowed you to stream to your Xbox 360 from whatever server you had set up in your house. And I really enjoyed that. And that, I'm pretty sure, is where I bought Super Meat Boy on. And so I don't own it on my PlayStation account. And yeah, that's it. When the Xbox One came out, I think Xbox One, the one that came out at the same time as the PS4, I was like, oh, I guess I'm an Xbox person now, so I will buy new Xbox One. And even though it had that like terrible presentation where all the guy did was talk about how it's like, oh, TV this and sports that and all that, I'm like, dude, know your audience, man. Like, sports are for losers. I think I'm going to a Dodgers game this week, but that's more about LA pride and giving it SHNT about sports. So, and the voice commands. The voice commands are like the whole thing. You're supposed to be able to be like, Xbox, turn on. Xbox, go to blah, blah, blah. This resulted in me in my house with my brand new Xbox just screaming at it, Xbox, turn on! Just turn on! God damn it! And that was the week I met my current wife. So one of her first introductions to me and the lifestyle that I lead was just watching me scream at an Xbox. And she still expected me. Expected me? Not respected me. Accepted me. I hope she respects me, but I mean, I barely respect her. Look at this jerk. So I returned the thing, got a PS4, didn't try to speak to it, just used it to play video games, and it's the greatest. And there was a crazy rush over the PS5 and the scalpers and all that, but it didn't last longer than like, there were very few games you needed the PS5 to play, and they weren't really that important. So by the time I got a PS5 and I was able to buy it directly from Sony at the regular price, I hadn't missed out on anything, Xbox is just, man, Microsoft is just such a garbage company. I spent like 2 hours the other day trying to figure out how to just take Edge off of Windows. It's the worst browser ever. It's basically spam bloatware in Windows. And I had to roll my Windows back like 4 generations from Windows 11 to like Windows 10, one of the lower ones, just to be able to get rid of it again. And man, and this system right here that I'm playing on is basically a computer that runs Ubuntu Linux. I'm familiar with Ubuntu Linux and other Linux distros, but I just want something that plugs in and works, man. Apple was that for 5 minutes, but then they turned into hot trash again. They got really, really protective over like what you can and what you can't put on there. And it's just like, dude, I got this program that's supposed to run on Apple. I know it's not directly from your store. Let me do it. But yeah, the Apple ecosystem has been trashed since Steve Jobs died. Terrible person. Great tech guy. Whoever the guy that filled in for him afterwards is just kind of hot trash. All right. Anyways, that's my ADD. We're going to get back in it. We're going to focus. We're going to drop the blocks. Who drops the blocks? Pops. Oh, sweet, a spider. Ooh, it's like albino. Come here, buddy. Want to come here? Come here. Dance with daddy. Okay, he doesn't want to get on my hand. There's this cool albino spider over there. I love spiders. A lot of people hate them because they're ugly, but they hang out, they build little webs that catch the bugs that bite you. And you're gonna hate on them because of the way they look? That's absurd. I don't like spiders. I don't like spiders. Scary. So, yeah, you're gonna get eaten by bugs because you're a dick. Okay. Oh, this got real messy real quick. See if we can do anything about this. Not seeing a lot of long boys. Oh, there's a long boy. Mount. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Guess that was for a moment. Okay, get you there. Oh, yep. That's it. That's where I kill myself. Nah. You press start to continue. Oh wait, no. I don't want to press start to continue. Alright. We're gonna kamikaze ourselves through this one. Kamikaze. I gotta say, I love OBS. It's great. You can use it for so many different things, it seems like. And it just streams out to wherever you want to stream it to. Did I pay for this? Did this cost money, or is OBS free? I don't know. Feels free. Because usually, I remember, 1988, man. I was 6 years old when this game came out. Bring it back around. I don't know if you notice behind me, a snake cage popping over there. That's Snake. He's our Python. Oh, I'm out of credits. Oh, let's go! We're going back to hard. Part of me wants to take it easy on myself, but... You know what they say, go hard or go home. Which is stupid, because you can go hard and then go home. That's where your bed is after a long day of going hard. You're gonna need some sleep. Go Tom Hardy or go home. I don't think that means anything. Focus gets a little light sometimes. Got that ADD. A lot of long boys. Not gonna be enough long boys for later. That was nice. Thank you. Thank you, Chitter's Goods. Ran out of things to talk about, but now I'm singing a song. Wow, usually when you do something over and over again, you get better and better, but I am getting worse and worse and worse. Yeah, I don't think you can look at going all the way down the screen. Okay. Let's go hard. You watch out for added bricks. The boss of me. I'm not even the boss of me. No one tells me what to do. Not even me. Hate it. Yeah, there we go. Bring it on. Who's your daddy? I don't know. Okay, I did do it. Thank you. Fun fact, I work out every day. It's not a brag, it's something you have to do. Once you get into your 30s and 40s, or your body is just in constant pain. And what I've discovered is you can't just work out because, you know, stressing your body. You have to work out and stretch. Now, if you're younger, you work out for like, what, half an hour, and then you stretch for like 10 minutes or something like that afterwards. It's 50-50. I work out for half an hour, stretching for like 20-30 minutes afterwards, just to make sure I don't get all locked up in my body. Now, it may be different for some people. I did spend a large period of my life partying, doing drugs, crashing motorcycles, getting into fights, drinking a lot, scaling inside of buildings. because I'm Spider-Man, I guess. No. Did you ever fall? No. I would not be here. I like to scale very tall things. Sober, I'm incredibly afraid of heights. But, you know, in my 20s, leaving Duff's in Brooklyn, the original Duff's, not the new fancy one that they got going on over in the Manhattan area. I'm just like, hey, I'm going on top of that thing. Take the heads off the mannequins. Which, you know, staff of Duff's, if you're ever wondering who did that, that was me. I also scaled the walls on the inside of your building. And took the welder's goggles that were hanging off the antlers. Oh. They closed that location to open up somewhere else, so I feel less bad about it. The whole area got gentrified. Now it's just a bunch of jerk-offs who tuck their shirts into their khaki pants, live in condos. Ooh, let's go to the Martini Bar. I heard this place has a great cocktail program. It's like, yo, man. It's like every time an area gets cool and has a vibe and has art and music, trust fund kids move in and just wreck it and make it not cool. You know, hear that, bridge and tunnel bastards? No one wants you. I don't even live in New York, but we have a version of that in California. The Sunset Strip used to be awesome. Now, they condoed it up, no one can afford to live there, and the quality of the bars and restaurants that are there, for the most part, is severely diminished, you know? Yes! Did it. Alright, level 9. Let's party like the condo dwellers haven't taken over your neighborhood yet. You jerk. Alright. I'll throw you there, you there. There. Alright, party going there. That was the wrong thing to do. Start from there. See how it works out. Come on. Come on. I think that's gonna kill me. Oh! Yes! That was stressful. That was exciting. Nope. Okay. Oh, it just pushes up and down. No, that's nice. Come on, come on. Or anything. There we go. Pick. Oh. Countdown to sadness. Oh, so I got the highest arse. Man, I must have really crushed it before. Let's do one more round. And I have to bid you adieu. That's French for poop. Let's go. There. I don't know how much I'm expected to be talking during this, but I'm going to try to concentrate on this one. So, if the silence is awkward, it's because you're awkward. I feel great. Take a hit there. This cube there. Take it. And then I'll take that. And then take that. Yeah. Put that in there. That's not what she said. But... That's something. Oh, there's some dumb shit. Ain't that some shit? Okay. 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 It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's what they say. Everything's going great today. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. That's what they say. Whenever everything's going your way. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, yeah. Every time gonna pop in low. Let's go. Oh, those things come. Don't know what got till it's gone. Go a paradise, put a parking lot. Up and it's up and it's up and it's up. So sad. It's gone. Okay. Alright. Picking up what you're putting down. Blocks all around. Picking up what you're putting down. Gotta get the blocks on the ground. Yeah. Oh. I don't know what that sounds like to you when I clap right in front of the microphone, but sorry. Oof. Man, my back is hard right now. Thank you. I like it when they like throw that stuff in there to like try and hurt you or make it harder, and it actually ends up helping you. Oh, thank you. That was very nice. Very nice. You're such a nice man. Alright, that's it for today. I've been Grey Lord. Now I'm dead.